Now let's work one where we have to figure out the equation given information. If we know it's an ellipse, then we can use that general form x minus h squared over a squared plus y minus k quantity squared over b squared equals 1. The center is hk, so we can fill that in. X plus 1 squared y minus 2 squared. We just need a and b. Okay. So let's plot something here. X and y at 0, 2 is a focus. There's a vertex at 2, 2. Well, remember, if this is an ellipse, the focus is always inside. And it's got to do something like this, right? We also know the center is a negative 1, 2. So, remember the distance here, it goes to one of these, not foci, the conjugate axis. This is a 1, this is a 2, and the vertex, this length from the center to the vertex is 3, that's what goes here. So, we know all the numbers we need because we go from here to a vertex from a negative 1 up until we get to 2. That should be 3 for a squared. B should be the 2. Let's see, do we know that? We don't really know that. I'm sorry, that was wrong. We know the 1. And we know this is 3 because it goes from that point at negative 1, 2 over to 2, 2. But we don't know this. We don't know what b is. So b squared plus 1 squared is 3 squared. B squared equals, well, this is 9 minus the 1, which is 8. So b is the square root of 8. So the square root of 8 squared equals 1. So you might have to do that. Remember, it's not always a squared plus b squared equals c squared. In this case, the a is over here, and the c squared and the b squared. Another problem. It says vertices at 0, 1 and 6, 1 with an asymptote with the equation of the line here. Well, if it's got an asymptote, there's only one thing it could be, a hyperbola, which uses x minus h quantity squared over a squared minus y minus k quantity squared over b squared. That's if it opens right or left. Let's maybe write this down a little bit. Start graphing this thing. 0, 1 and 6, 1. Let's see, 0, 1 and 6, 1. Those are the vertices. So it's got to open right and left if those are the vertices. So it does use this form with the x first. Right in the center is the HK. So the center HK is 3, 1. The A and the B. Let's see, you measure right and left with A, so it's 3 and 3. So A is 3. Don't know what B is or C. Let's see here. Now, the equation of this asymptote. 3y equals a negative 2x plus 9. Divide by 3. So the slope is a negative 2/3 plus this 3 here. Okay. Well, if the slope is a negative 2/3, I guess got to go up 2 or down 2. Let's see here. Go down 2 and to the right 3. That would be where? Let's see if this is 1, 2, 3, and that at least makes sense. Okay. So down 2 and up 2 would be that's pretty big here. 1, 2, 3. Don't go by my picture exactly. But if the slope is 2/3, then we have to be able to go up and down 2 and to the right and left 3. So B has got to be 2. C is, if this is 2 and that's 3, 2 squared plus 3 squared, 3 squared equals C squared. 4 plus 9, 13, square root of that. I guess we really don't need C, we just need A and B. But it just makes, see if this makes sense. Square root of 13, well, it's bigger than 3 and less than 4, certainly. So it's someplace in here, that makes sense at least. Okay, so the equation is x minus 3 squared over 3 squared and y minus 1 squared over 2 squared equals 1. And if you needed to, you could multiply that out and get the general quadratic in x and y form. Okay.